everybody. We are 6 months out since our last video. We missed you guys. Sorry it took us so long between babies, work, pandemic, school, between pretty much what?
Did we say babies?
Babies. Two babies. Last time you guys saw us, we were week, I want to say, what was it? Week 36. Week 36 video, our 15th video. We were pretty much just went in about what was going on,
exactly
latest appointments. At that point, a week exactly?
It was a week and a half.
About a week. Little did we know that was a week and a half, like before their actual birthday. So November 10th, 2020, 4 a.m. in the morning. Melinda wakes up. My water broke. I'm flipping the heck out, but of course she's positive the whole time. She's like, I actually don't feel any type of way. I feel fine.
No real pain. We were kind of like joking about it.
The contractions at that point were like, what, 10, 15 minutes apart?
Yeah.
So there was no real urgency. But maybe about an hour and a half later, at that point it started getting to about 6-7 minutes apart. So we had to pretty much just rush over to the hospital.
We were like, we better call the doctors at that point.
You did call?
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, you need to go now.
So
at that point, I think they were 5 minutes apart.
Almost.
Yeah. No, they were 5 minutes apart at that point. It started getting serious. But no pain still.
No pain, just discomfort. She could tell that she was having the contractions. We rushed to the hospital. We have our... Quiet on the set! In case you can't hear them, and I don't see how you wouldn't hear them, that is the new additions to the Rivera 5. They are playing in their toys. There goes Jaden over there checking on them, playing with them. We'll bring them over here to the camera shortly for you guys, but we just want to keep you updated as to what has happened since that last video. So, I don't remember if... I think we had plans to make another video when your next appointment came along. Yeah. But we didn't make it to the next appointment.
We had the scare because that very next appointment, they just like we said in the video, they checked my dilation and I was at 4 centimeters dilated. And was it 80% effaced?
80% effaced.
80% effaced. So my doctor's eyes basically bugged out of her head. And she was like, I'm going to send you over to the hospital now. And they just checked everything, make sure the babies were okay, and they sent me on my way because everything was fine. They ended up giving me the shots,
I don't know the name. I don't know the technical terms, but these shots were to
steroid,
prevent...
I think.
It was like a
steroid
a form
injection.
of steroid shot to... What was
it
for?
It was to help
speed up their lungs.
Yeah, the lung development.
So that happened, which is exactly why a new video didn't come out then. You know, between the scare, you know, my eyes were on her. Everybody was focused on her, you know, because at that point it was literally any day now the babies could get here.
I ended up on bed rest for the remainder.
Yeah, you went on.
We kind of were just sitting around waiting for these babies to come.
They didn't. It took them 2 weeks after.
A week and a half.
A week and a half, sorry. It took a week and a half after that first scare. And then next thing you know, 4 a.m. water breaks.
A day before our guess, because we guessed 11/11.
We did.
When did they come? 11?
November 10th. Exactly 1 month after my birthday. But to go on, so we get to the hospital. At this point, the fathers aren't allowed to go into triage because of COVID. So mothers go in first. Once they're secured with a room, then dad can come in.
Once they know it's time.
Yeah.
Once they know that it's okay, she is having this baby today.
So we arrive at the hospital. I drop her off at the entrance because at this hospital, you know, it's not exactly... I mean, you could do valet, but I'm cheap. I'm not about to pay that. I'm not paying valet at a hospital. So I drop her off right at the entrance. And then I go, like, maybe a little around the corner into the parking lot. I park. I freaking book it to the freaking door.
Meanwhile, I'm just in the lobby.
She's in the lobby, hanging, waiting. Meanwhile, I'm carrying all the bags. I have all the bags with me, and I'm running to the door.
Hoping I'm not, like, dripping all over the place because I had broke my water already.
So we go inside, and from the particular entrance that we go into to get to where we needed to be, it was a walk. Like, an insane walk. But I think Did we walk it that time? It was
Yes,
one of the.
we walked it.
Yeah.
We walked it because we wanted to
Yes.
like keep everything moving.
So,
believe.
fast forward because it's a long walk.
Or-
I'm not talking about the walk. No, that guy was during an appointment.
Yeah.
The guy who drove us. I think we might have mentioned that in one of the past videos. So we go in, we take this walk. Now we get to where we need to be. She rings the bell to let them know she's here.
There's the picture if you want to see it.
Nice little picture of her there. So we go ahead. She goes in. I go to sit down. I call my mom. I got everybody on video chat. At the same time, we have a big group text going on with members of my family, her family, friends. Like we had like a big group chat going. Not more than 5 minutes of me sitting outside. One of the nurses comes out and says, "Are you Johnny? Are you Melinda's husband?" I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Did they put her in a room already?" She goes, No, I just need you to come with me." So I had to hang up with everybody. So tell them why I needed to come in.
So basically, as soon as I went through those doors, they pulled me into the triage area, and they wanted to check everything, get the babies on monitors, make sure they're doing okay, and if anybody's had babies there and know the process, it's difficult to get one baby on a monitor. Their heartbeat, and sometimes it can take time because they move, they kick, how it goes. But 2 babies to get on a monitor is extremely difficult, and I dealt with that throughout my whole, doctor visits through the pregnancy. The nurses trying to find their heartbeats and stuff. So this time around, when I went in, I had only been in there, like he said, 5 minutes, and the doctor came in because the nurses were having trouble with locating the baby's heartbeats properly, and the doctor automatically wanted to do a C-section. She goes, I feel like we need to do a C-section. And she was basically saying that little man's heart was not reacting well to contractions, but instinctively I said, no, I don't feel comfortable with just jumping straight to contractions. I said, first of all, my husband needs to be in this room right now because this is a big decision for me to make on my own, and he should be in here with me. So they pulled him in, and ultimately I said, you know what, I want to be put on a monitor for longer than 5 minutes, or to at least try for more time to get, a solid reading of their hearts. So they allowed that, and they did see that he was reacting okay. There was moments where he, it wasn't perfect, but they said that it was fine, and we just continued to labor from there, right?
Oh, that wasn't it.
Anyway.
That wasn't it. I come in to the triage area, and I get there just in time to watch them give her the COVID test. So it's already uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable test as it is. So imagine having to do that to somebody who's going through labor. As soon as the nurse puts the swab right into the nose, Melinda's hand just grabs the nurse's wrist. I left a bruise on the nurse, and the nurse is like, "Melinda, let go. You have to let go." And she... It wasn't funny then.
I think I was saying that she was like in my brain, basically.
Yeah, it wasn't funny then.
They
At the
shoved that thing
time,
up there far.
at the time, I had a concerned look on my face. I felt bad for her, but now looking back at it, I can't help but laugh because your reaction, as soon as it went in and she went up, you.
I was not happy.
It was funny.
Because first they're trying to cut me open, like, instantly. And then they're shoving things way up my nose, like, practically touching my brain. It's like, come on.
So, that freaking sucked. So we finally got put into a room. She labored for maybe another 40 minutes. Because you weren't, that's the crazy part. You did not labor for long. You only labored for, like, 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, because I did most of it at home.
And we're sitting at the hospital. Your contractions are getting worse. You're getting to the point where you're like, you were hot. You needed to hold my hand.
Yeah, I had you fanning me.
I was fanning you.
Anytime he would stop, he thinks it's safe, because as soon as the contraction would go down, he'd want to stop fanning me. And I'm like, no, please. I couldn't speak at that, you know, as it got further. It's like, just keep fanning, don't stop.
So we called the nurse in once. They checked. Oh, no, you're still 4 centimeters dilated. So we were like, okay. So the nurse leaves. She's going through the contractions. At this point, each contraction looked like they were starting every minute and a half. At this point,
it got serious, like back
every
to back
minute,
to back.
like to the second, every minute and a half, she just went right back into labor, and each contraction lasted about.
Was it like 5? How long was it?
What?
It was a while.
It was a while. It was like a solid half hour of the contractions going every minute, to the point where you said, "Okay, I can't take this."
I said, "They're coming." I knew.
We need to call a nurse. I called the nurse back in. The nurse comes. She goes, "Oh, okay, you're about 9 centimeters dilated." She's like, "We gotta go." So we go. Then, you know, they had to do it in the OR. With twins, you have to do it in the operating room, just in case there's any complications or any issues. That way, you're already in the OR.
Because there's 2 babies. So.
There's 2. So if anything was to happen, they need to be ready to prep for surgery. So, you know, that's where we go for the delivery. So we get in there. Everything. I'm not going to go too detail-y about this right now. Let's just know.
It's funny.
It wasn't easy. It was another. At this point, it took another 2.5 hours before the babies, you know, came to be. So the first one, LJ, little Johnny, you had him at 2:52 p.m. Natural.
Yep, just what I wanted.
The bomb. What an experience. Fathers.
Need to take tips from him on how to guide your ladies, because he was amazing.
If you're nervous about what you may see, or if you're scared of passing out, if you're squeamish, trust me, you want to be in the room as this is happening. You want to be in there. Yes, there was a moment when I almost went cross-eyed, but I actually got to see my boy, you know, slip and slide his way out, and, you know, pretty much come into this world just on his own. You know, mom was pushing. Mom cursed at me one time. You hear all the stories about getting cursed out. She cursed at me once, and it wasn't even regarding her, you know, what happened with her. It was just her telling me to shut up, because everybody, the doctor,
they were all
nurses, myself, the anesthesiologist was there just in case. But we were all pretty much, we were all pretty much in there trying to coach her at the exact same time. But I'm by her ear, so I'm trying to tell her what they're saying, and she said, "Shut up!" I was like, okay. But no stirrups. Nurses were holding your leg. I held the other leg. That little man was born naturally. This most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And then when it came to Lulu, she at that point was breech. The doctor took a look.
Originally she was transverse, so she was, you know.
We were kind of hoping that once little man came out that she would go head down once he was out, but instead she went the other way, feet down. So at this point,
they attempted to turn her.
They tried to turn her. They did. But at this point, the doctor expressed to Melinda, she said, "Look, you got him out naturally." She's like, "You know, we have to get her out, and I can't get her to move. You know, we have to do the C-section." At that point, Melinda was already through with it. She's like, "Do what you got to do. At this point, just get it done." At that point, I had to leave the room.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay in the room for the C-section, so I actually got to take him. I got to take my little boy. He's over there screaming right now.
He's laughing at himself.
I got to take him and wait outside in the hallway while the C-section was happening. We were out there for about almost an hour exactly. We were out there for an hour before we started hearing cries coming from the room. And she was born. She was born.
Lulu.
And I got to hold both of them at the same time for the first time.
Do we have a picture of that?
I don't think I have a picture of me holding both of them because I was by myself.
Yeah.
I was by myself, but the second I handed you both of them,
I have a picture of both of them. You can put that.
put that right there. A picture of mommy holding her babies for the first time. It was an absolutely beautiful.
And one more thing I gotta say is,
moment.
let me tell you that hypno babies.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. People might think it's a little woo woo or, you know. I don't know, but it worked it helped me. It got me through.
It's good. It's
Because
good.
everything that I kept telling myself was, I can get through anything. I can get through anything that's 60 seconds long, you know. And I just kept telling myself that. And then you, coaching me through each contraction. I don't know what I would have done if you were not in that room.
At one point, you know, when COVID first hit, they were saying that women had to go into labor without their husbands, and the fathers couldn't be in the room during that time, which a lot of people had to go through. It sucked, but you know what? So we shared them. If anything we need to cover more, we'll cover it in future videos. But give us 1 sec. Ready and go. Hey! So right here, we have baby number 1, who was known as Baby A at the time, when we first started everything out. And this here is little Johnny Ray Rivera Jr. He's more fixated on the wires and the lights right now, so he doesn't care much.
Too, she's looking around. I'm surprised she's not looking at the camera.
And then over here, baby girl, we have little Melusina Digna Rivera. Little princess.
Look at the camera. Look, you like the camera. Look.
The main baby.
Right there,
The baby that you guys know as the baby who was being difficult during all the appointments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little miss don't want to show nobody nothing. Now this guy over here, say what's up, little man. He's very... So, we've fast forward, of course, obviously.
She's got to do her weird sound effects.
These kids will be turning 6 months come May 10th. So we're just about, 8 days away from them turning 6 months. And it's been nothing but a great experience. I'm touching stuff. Stop touching.
Now do you see why we didn't film for a long time?
Yes, this is why we couldn't film. Yeah. All right, in the beginning, they were up all the time. If they slept, at most it was only for about 2 hours each time. So
he's looking at the camera.
The first couple of months there, when they slept, we slept.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we didn't
make that mistake for very long.
No, when they slept, we slept.
Out like a light instantly.
And then when it came for them, getting older, they had more needs. They want to play more. They want more attention. The sleep schedule was still a little bit tricky. Only more recently have they been pretty much, for the most part, sleeping through the night now. Yeah. They'll get up either around 4 or 5 in the morning now. But they keep us on our toes. They keep us on our toes. What happened? What happened?
She's like, I don't know what's going on. What are you guys looking at?
Whoa.
And he just wants to hit everything.
My man.
And touch
nope.
everything.
Nope.
Switch.
Yeah, switch.
Because she's not gonna. She might still grab. And this is a frequent thing too.
Yep.
Switch.
Trade babies. Watch it, Myra. There we go. So, my little baby girl. So,
there you have it.
This is the legends behind all the scans.
The 5th one can come over here.
Get over here, Jaden.
He's reading manga.
And
they're always holding hands. I don't know if some people are subscribed to the channel and our social media. They may see pictures and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But they're always holding hands.
Oh, yeah. And as of right now, this is the completed Rivera 5 right here. This is
This is what we were waiting for.
This is the
for
5-man
9 months.
team right here. And these kids love their big brother. Forget it.
Yep.
Right, Jaden? Tell them what you do with them.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you wanted to punch your little self?
Yeah.
Because of
Oh,
how,
his
yeah,
crooked.
yeah. So no, it's because of how he was talking to you. You're pretty much doing the same thing you did
Yeah.
then. So
Yeah.
talk to the people. Yeah, okay. Tell them about what you do with your little siblings here.
I don't really know. I just play with them.
You just play with them?
Yeah.
What do they love? What do they love that you do?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
He's so silly.
Can I go back to reading?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. You should edit that part out of the video.
Nope,
by the
we're
way.
going to show everybody what a big brat you are.
Oh, shut up.
Look at my princess. So what else do we need to cover? There's so much has happened. And then in the meantime, what we're also going to do is I'm going to try to put in as much videos, photos, anything that's happened in the last 6 months. Just a little bit of a catch me up for you guys. As I said, we've been tremendously busy with these little guys here. Life has not been easy. It's been, without a doubt, the greatest version that it has ever been, but it is not easy. Not easy in the slightest.
Not easy, but rewarding. At the same
It
time.
is rewarding, and to the point where I have fun with it. You know, we'll be out in the store.
Oh my goodness.
And you'll see somebody with a baby in a stroller, and then I'll quickly go, Melinda. I said, you see that person over there? I said, you see that stroller?
Oh, the little girl.
I go, one baby. I said, laugh at your one baby.
No, you gotta
I
tell
got
them about
two
the little
babies.
girl.
The little
Because
girl.
that poor little innocent girl. You're so mean.
Sorry. We're shopping. A little girl walks up to us because we have a double stroller for these guys. So we're pushing them around. This little girl runs up to the stroller. She goes, "We got a baby
Don't
at
eat
home."
Your feet. Don't eat your feet.
She goes, "We got a baby at home." I said, "Oh, that's nice." Then I said, "Laugh at your one baby."
He really did. I had to like kind of speed walk away from that. Like, how could you do that to that little girl?
Because until people know restless nights, like having these two little babies. Who are you swinging at?
You have a little baby.
Alright, well, it's going to be feeding time for them. So we're going to feed them, maybe put them down for a nap. Say bye-bye, babies. Say bye.
You could let one of them close it out.
Alright. You got it?
No.
Say bye! Hi. What's up, beautiful? What? Who's beautiful? You are, yeah. You wanna wake up? Time to wake up? Beautiful. Oh, yeah, baby. What?
Get the morning cuddles in.
Morning cuddle after a bottle feeding and a diaper change. She knows the camera's on her.
Yep.
Well, she'll be ready to go back to sleep. And we'll be lucky if we can get a half hour, maybe even 45 minutes before she wakes up and ready to tackle the day. And this guy over here, he got his bottle and his diaper change. And now, he's hanging out with his best friend Teddy. I know I'm bugging you. I'm sorry. He's tired. He's ready for his nap too. Ain't that right, dude? You camera shy? You hiding? Putting your teddy in front of the camera?